Hey, we're the Ferrans and we live here in Papua New Guinea with Ethnos 360 Aviation. Our job here in PNG is to assist the tribal church planners that are living in the most remote places in the world that are only accessible through aviation. I would say the number one question that we have from most people is, what is it like to live in PNG? So I thought I would show you around our base a little bit, where we live, where we get our food, where our kids go to school, and then show you around at the hangar a little bit where I actually work. About half of the homes here on base are single family homes, the other half are duplexes. We've got about 70 homes altogether, and right now we are full up, which is a really great thing to have. So this is our school behind us. It is for kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade. It's right here on base, which makes it very convenient for us and our kids. They're always needing new teachers. So if you're looking to get into missions and you only want to maybe do an associate's for maybe a year or 2 years or something like that, this is a really great opportunity for you to help out in missions and come over and work in our school. Now, we get most of our food supplies here at our store here on the center, which makes it very convenient for us. We don't have to drive all the way into town, which takes about 25 minutes or so. And we have a container that's shipped over here every maybe 3 to 4 months or so with some American food as well. So we can get some things here, but just the cost of everything is quite a bit more expensive. This is where Chelsea works most of her time, cutting hair for the missionaries that live here on base, as well as missionaries that have come here that live out in the bush or something just for a short break or something. She also spends a few days a week teaching some of the high school girls on how to cut hair and beautician things, so she keeps pretty busy with that as well as our kids. Now, if you've ever wondered what missionaries do for medical care, we're really blessed to be here in PNG and actually have our own medical clinic right here on base with 2 full-time doctors, sometimes 3, as well as a whole handful of nurses. Now, they do most things here, broken bones, things like that. Now, when it becomes more serious and they actually have to be medevaced down to Australia, we actually fly them down ourselves in our own airplanes. It takes about 4.5 hours of flight time from where we live here all the way down to Cairns, but it is possible, and it is nice to be able to get to a doctor within about 5 to 6 hours if it's something serious like appendicitis or something like that. So I thought I'd walk you around the hangar this morning just so you have an idea of what it looks like and the type of aircraft that we get to fly here. So we have 3 different Kodiaks, one here, one over here, and then this smaller Cessna 206 we're actually shipping back in a container back to the United States to sell. We used to fly these smaller airplanes, and about 4 years ago or so is when we converted over to the newer Kodiaks. So this is our Bell helicopter. We're actually transitioning out of these in the next couple of years, possibly to a different type of helicopter, the Robinson helicopters, and we'll be getting 2 of those. So it's exciting to be able to be moving on with some new things. But anyways, this is the plane that pretty much I fly all the time. Or it looks, we have 3 different ones, but it looks just the same. And this is the one I'm flying today after the weather clears up in a little bit. This is our pilot's room here. We've got 3 fixed-wing pilots at this time and 1 helicopter pilot right over here, Mike. And we have some other pilots back in the United States as well as mechanics that are on home assignment. So this is where we do our flight planning as well as just getting ready for the day. So as you can see here, this is a map of PNG, and all of the little red dot locations are locations that we fly. So this big red one in the middle is where we are right now in Goroka, and I think we fly for maybe 35 to 40 different locations for fixed wing, and then I don't know how many helicopter locations, but so we fly for mainly our own missionaries as well as a few other mission organizations here in this country as well. I'll show you some of the type of cargo that we typically fly here. I mean, it varies from different place to different place, but I'll show you what I'm flying out today and take you along on today's flight just so you can kind of see what it looks like, where I go, people I see, things like that. So we load up as much as we can underneath. We can fit about 250 kg in these 2 pods down here, and the rest we can put up top. We can get 9 people in the whole plane. So today I'm flying a lot of like ramen noodles and some like 10 fish as well as a bunch of bags of rice. So here what we're gonna do today is we're gonna fly out to one of our bush locations where we do have missionaries, pick those guys up and essentially bring them all the way back here. But we have to make one more stop to pick up some other missionaries at another location and then bring them all back here. Okay, so Susan's gonna tell us what all this food that we just flew out for and what it's actually for.
So our village has just built a birthing clinic this week. They also built a teacher's house because they're hoping to get a teacher to come in here and teach all the children. So they bought a lot of food and they're going to sell it to the communities around in hopes to raise money.
Excellent. Well, good deal. So we're just going to take out some seats now and put it in these big iron things. I think they're something to do with the tractor or something like that, and then be on our way. Well guys, that sums up today. Pretty normal day today, being able to fly just to a couple different locations, but we really wanted to stress how thankful we are for you guys and your support and your prayers, allowing us to be able to serve in a beautiful country like PNG. So thank you so much for your prayers and support, and God bless.